Okay, guys, we are live. I'm with a special guest, Anathi.
Hi everyone.
Can I just say before we start, right, number one, can you guys tell us, we're just checking the comment section. Flavie, Solomon, can you guys hear us okay? Is there any background noise? Because I've got a microphone here.
Yeah.
So let me know if it sounds okay or if there's any issues. And then we'll switch to the other mic if not. Alright. But I'm going to presume that we're okay until I hear any comments otherwise. So, this is Anathi.
Yes.
Anathi, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. Let me just get a cappuccino. Can I get a cappuccino, please? Thank you.
Oh,
Okay,
wait, let me
cool.
just get us right in the frame.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So hi everyone. My name is Anathi. I'm currently in Mombasa, but I'm from South Africa. So I just came here. I'm taking a break, and I just wanted to take a break here and experience the country again.
Cool.
And I'm also a YouTuber. Yeah.
So so you started kind of YouTubing. When did you start?
I started like a year ago. It's actually like my 1 year anniversary coming July. So I just started YouTube because I wanted to travel. Like I wanted to do like travel content, but at that time I was like stuck in like this COVID little realm. So I couldn't start YouTubing immediately. So I mean YouTubing travel content immediately. So I started with other things, and then now recently too, I'm starting to actually get into like the travel content on my YouTube.
So I found Anathi. Sorry. By the way, guys, the reason I'm soaking wet is because it rains all the time in Mombasa right now.
Basically.
Like, it was nice yesterday. I wish I'd been filming content all day yesterday, but I was editing another video of the trip here. But I just came in a boda boda to go to.
Bad choice.
Yeah, it was a bad decision. It stopped raining for like 2 minutes, and I thought that was it for the rest of the day. And
sorry.
Bad decision. I've just been sitting on a boda boda in the rain for like 20 minutes, so sorry if you guys can like see my nipples or anything. Yeah, cool. So Anathi has been making some videos, and I was in Mombasa, and I found her content because I've been searching about what to do in Mombasa and stuff, and I saw some of her videos, and then also found her tagging some stuff on Instagram. So I thought it'd be awesome to just be. So I want to know, because I've just arrived here. You've been here for how long?
I've been here for 20 days.
Oh, 20 days.
20 days.
Wow. Okay.
It's a long time.
Right. So I want to know, what is there to do and see in Mombasa? What should I do? What's been your experience of it so far, apart from the rain? I know the rain's a big part, but.
So I will say that Mombasa, I've been told that Mombasa is not a place that you stay for like a long period. It's like a place where you come for a week and go.
Okay.
So I went to Fort Jesus. If you're like a history person and you just want to know the history of the place, that's a great place to start. And then I went to go to Old Town, just to take a tour through Old Town.
What is the history? Like, briefly.
Well, oh wow, you put me on the spot.
What did you learn?
So I learned about, obviously they were like soldiers, Portuguese soldiers, and they were the Arabs who came to Mombasa. I think it was a spice trade. I think in the 1600s. Okay. So the Arabs came and they had slaves, and then they took over Mombasa. Okay. And then a few years later, then I think the English also took over, like the British.
Yeah,
the British also took over at some point.
I like to say, as a Scottish person, I like to say it was all the English.
Yes, of course, of course. So there's like history, like the Fort Jesus was basically used as like a fort for all the soldiers, Portuguese soldiers, and then when the Arabs took over, then the Arab soldiers took over the fort.
So the fort actually was home to many different countries, so they just take it over.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that history of like slaves, and like trading with different like countries. I know there's a similar history in Tanzania also, because they also have like a slave Arab past. So that's a bit of what I learned about it. And then we went through like Old Town just to see like the old buildings of Mombasa. Some of the buildings are like over 400 years old.
Oh, right.
So I think that's also an interesting thing to do.
Yeah.
And if you're still there and you still want to like eat something, I think it would be also a great idea to go and taste Mombasa Raha or Mombasa food, seafood.
Oh.
So you'll taste like mushkaki and Arab food, Indian, what else? Arab, Indian food.
She's learned a lot in the last
Swahili,
20 days.
Swahili food, so you'll taste different things, like kebabs. I forgot what they call kebabs. Is it mushkaki? I think it's mushkaki. Like a kebab. So there'll be different things that you can do here and there. So I'd suggest you do Fort Jesus, Mombasa Raha, street food, and the old town in one day because they're all so close to each other.
Okay.
And then I also went to the market. What is it called? What's the market called? Marikiti Market. So I went to Marikiti Market, and you can taste different spices, foods. You can also like buy some clothes, cheap clothes.
Okay.
You know? So that was also nice.
Oh, there's a lot to do.
There's quite a bit to do. Yeah. So that's what I've been mostly able to do.
Hi Malik. Yo Phil, welcome to Mombasa Raha. That's what I hear people say that a lot here.
Yeah, it's food. I think it's called Mombasa food.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna eat some Mombasa food here as well.
So the food is it's quite delicious. Like there's so many different types of food because like there's Swahili food, there's Arab food, there's Indian food, and then there's also different cuisines like Italian food and international food like that. So there's so much variety that you can choose from. You'll never go hungry again.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, well, hopefully it stops raining at some point and we can go and explore a few of these places this afternoon.
Exactly. Yes, that would be nice. That would be so nice.
So why did you decide to come to Kenya?
I've been to Kenya before, so I've always had this idea in my head that like Kenya.
He's like, for me. My boyfriend's in the background.
Yeah. Mainly, I wanted to come to Kenya again because the first time I didn't feel like I did it properly. And I've always thought of Kenya as like my second home in Africa. I was like, if I'd ever moved to a country from Kenya, I'd never even traveled to Kenya. I knew nothing about Kenya at that point. But then I came here and I loved it. And yeah, that's why I'm back here again.
Amazing. Have you got any more time? By the way, I'm making this into an interview. I wasn't expecting.
I'm being interviewed.
I wasn't expecting it. You can ask me whatever you want as well.
I do want to know, like, because I saw you were in Uganda.
Yeah.
And like, I like the fact that you sort of like immerse yourself into the culture. I saw one of your videos was titled "Attending a Wedding," an Ugandan wedding. I was like, wow, that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, like, what made you start traveling Africa? Because like you told me that you have different plans of going to other African countries.
Yeah. Well, I had been. So the story is, I'd been to Zanzibar when I was like 18 years old, and I had a great time. And then it came to the time. Hello, everyone in the house. Gracie, Carrie, Mission, what's up? How are you? If anyone else is here, say hi in the comment section, and go and subscribe
to my channel.
To her channel.
Exactly.
I think I put the link in the description section. So you're on like 830 or something? 840?
I'm 880.
Right.
I want to make 1,000
Guys,
by the 31st of July.
Guys, let's make 1,000 today.
Yes.
All right, let's get her to 1,000 today. So anyone watching this, just go over to her channel, hit subscribe. She's one to like push doing all this content. I've watched some of her videos; they're good, and she's got good energy. So go subscribe. If you like my content, go and subscribe to her.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, so I was there when I was 18.
Well, that was a while back.
Yeah. How do you know?
How old are you?
Well, I'm like 25. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
No,
no.
I'm
I was
34.
gonna say, I'm 27. What do you mean you're 25?
No, I'm 34. So yeah, I remembered it, and then it gets to the pandemic, and everyone's in lockdown in November 2020, and I was like, well, I'm not going to sit in Scotland in the rain for this period while I was working, and I was kind of working remotely. So I was like, I can't really be anywhere at the moment. So then I just decided to hop on a plane because I saw that there was a big green dot in the middle of Africa because they had no restrictions in Tanzania.
Oh, yeah, because they prayed COVID away.
yeah. 2 days of national prayers, and all of a sudden there was no COVID. Well, I mean, I just thought I'm gonna go there. It's hot. I'm gonna follow the sun.
Yeah.
And then I spent some time. So I spent like a bit of time there, and then I thought, and then I came to Nairobi as well at some point for a trip. But they were in curfew time, so then I went back to the UK, and I stayed there for like 9 months. But then at the end of last year, I was thinking, I'm going to quit my job. So at that time, I was working remotely when I was there. But then I thought, I'm going to quit my job and focus on YouTube, making YouTube videos. I'm just going to do that for like a year, see if it works out.
Wow.
And so I got on a flight in January. And the reason I went to Uganda was because I'd already been to Tanzania and I'd already been to Kenya.
Yeah.
And I thought, to be honest, I really just wanted to see the gorillas.
Oh, Uganda has gorillas.
Yeah, and I've been in the Serengeti. Hey Gracie, Kerry Mission. Hello. Um, yeah, I've been on safari in the Serengeti and the Ngorongoro Crater, but I'd never experienced going to see some of the apes, and I knew that they had them in Uganda. So it was a kind of toss up between should I go to Rwanda or Uganda because they both got the apes in the national parks there. And so I went there. I never ended up actually going to see the gorillas.
What?
Yeah.
How long did you stay in Uganda?
5 months.
Wow.
Because actually, I started thinking it was more important for me to get this YouTube channel off the ground.
Yeah.
And I was focused on that, and I noticed from the numbers that people were more interested in me going to visit events and that type of thing, and do culture than go to animals and safari type stuff.
Oh, okay. So they weren't actually interested in like travel content, like maybe because like if you do videos like immersing yourself into the culture, some people will not really be in touch with that because they just want travel content, like 10 things to do in Uganda, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So people are more interested in you like immersing yourself into the culture.
My experience has been that, like, I did even when I've been here, done a safari walk in Nairobi, and even that title got just less views than when I did a video about me at Village Market showing you around the shops. So I've just seen, now if I'm a safari channel, maybe I'm going to get all the safari people coming to it, but I think people from also the thing about my content is people enjoy watching me interact with other people.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it was quite good comedy value watching me interact with chimpanzees because one of them pissed on me, and one of them tried to pick a fight with me. So, no, that was quite, I mean, but the thing is, I just noticed that, so I thought, I'm going to leave the gorillas, because the chimpanzees were something like $200 or $300 to see them. For the gorillas, it's $800 for a tourist. So I was like, I've got a limited amount of money, I've got a limited amount of time to try and build this channel up. I'm going to do the stuff that I know that people are watching. And then one day later, I'm going to show you guys the gorillas too. So I'll come back and do it, but yeah.
$800 for gorillas?
Crazy, right?
No ways. I'm sorry, I wouldn't pay $800 to see gorillas.
But then again, like, you know, it affects I mean, it's a good, if people come from countries where they're earning more money and they've saved up some money and they're like, I want to go and see those gorillas, and then it helps with the conservation of the gorillas, like, just fine. If that's the price for tourists, then no worries. I'd probably pay it because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity if I had, you know, a lot of money coming in, but because I'm just building this channel and everything takes time and you earn less money at the start, I just thought I'll do it later.
So you've had your YouTube channel for less than a year. You started 2020 or 2021? I
started making videos. Well, I did like 27 interviews back at the start of the pandemic, so like February 2020, and then I stopped. I did 27 interviews. I think I did them in the space of 1 month.
Who were you interviewing?
Like mainly friends from Scotland.
Okay.
So small business owners, and I was doing it over like, you know, my computer. I didn't have a phone or like a good camera or anything. So I was just doing it on my computer and just the mics from my my earphones. And then I stopped because I was working. So I worked for like 2 years, and then I decided I'm going to focus on trying to build this channel. And I restarted again in January this year. But in January this year, I had 120 subscribers.
That's mind-blowing.
Crazy,
You're on
right?
10K right now.
Really?
Well, almost 11K.
10.7, something like that.
Almost 11K. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, there's also, like, as a traveller from South Africa, people will want to know your experience of Kenya.
Yeah.
So there's something that, if you're in your own country and you're doing travel vlogging, it's a bit harder, I think.
Yes, it is. That's what I found. Because someone asked me, you want to travel, but you're South African, you're here, why don't you do South African travel content? And I was like, as much as I want to do it, but like, not that people will not support me, but people would rather see an American or someone from another country, even a Kenyan coming to South African experiencing it for the first time than me experiencing it. So it's a little bit harder, not to say they won't support me, but it's harder to break into your own home market than it is for someone coming in from outside.
I think maybe now people would like to see me go home.
I would like to see you go home.
Right?
Yes. I'd like to see what life is like in Scotland.
So I think that until you build up that audience in another place, and then they would like to see me go home. But if I'm trying to if I'm a Scottish guy tagging like Glasgow, Scotland in all my posts, and then I've got a Scottish accent, people in Scotland aren't particularly interested in watching it.
Yeah.
And how do I have the audience from somewhere else?
Yeah.
So you kind of need to think about it. My plan is, I haven't said this on my channel, what I'm thinking is, because I feel ashamed actually that I don't speak any other foreign languages.
Oh, wow.
I feel very ashamed about this. I speak a tiny bit of French when I was at school, but I don't really speak. How many languages do you speak? You've got 11 in your country, don't you?
We have 11 languages, so I speak English in my ethnic language. I speak isiXhosa.
isiXhosa. isiXhosa.
isiXhosa.
How do you make that noise? Can you just do it straight into the mic?
isiXhosa. So we click in our language, and I think because I've seen babies grow up like
isiXhosa.
isiXhosa.
I can't say cloth and at the same time.
Yeah. isiXhosa.
It's amazing.
I actually have a tongue twister for you guys, so listen to
Okay,
this.
fine. Wow. Is that an actual sentence?
It's a sentence, it just really does. It makes sense, but it's more like when you put all the few words into one sentence, so then you make that.
It's like in English when you say she sells seashells on the seashore.
Yes, it's exactly the same thing.
Nice. Who have we got in the comment section? Ashley, Helen, hey, what's up? Gracie, I see you're commenting a lot. Awesome, guys. Nice to see you. Adrian Media. Oh, you're in Afghanistan. Oh, no, you're in Nairobi, but you're from Afghanistan. Nice to see you. Yeah, this is in the middle of the day, guys. So, if you're taking a lunch break, thanks so much for watching during the day, but you can catch up with this afterwards.
Yeah. How was your experience of Nairobi? Because I'll be going there soon.
My experience with Nairobi, well, every time someone asks me that question, I always think about the fact that my laptop got stolen.
What?
Even though, the vast majority of my experience was great. I had a month, maybe 5 weeks I've been there, and I met loads of great people. I didn't get harangued or I went to Eastleigh, I went downtown, I went to Paradise Lost, I went to Village Market.
I don't know, none of these places you went to.
So when you go, you could just probably make a list of the things that I've done, and then
just go there.
I go there because those are some of the fun things to do. I went to the Arboretum. There's so many things to do in Nairobi. It's an amazing place. Plus, it's very well developed. To any Ugandans watching this, I'm sorry, but there is Nairobi is very well developed. And having arrived there, just having been in Uganda, you can see a big difference in the roads. They've obviously been doing a lot of building of the roads over the last, and Uganda's doing a lot of that work now.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit behind where Nairobi is in terms of infrastructure development and things. So, Koi Baide, yo, what's up? I did a video with her in Nairobi. Baide, you guys should connect and do a video because these guys are going to be coming to Nairobi.
Soon.
Yeah.
In the next week or 2 weeks.
Okay, awesome. So, where was I? Oh yeah, so it's the infrastructure and all that stuff's a bit better. But yeah, generally had an amazing time. The parties are fun. I went to Nairobi Street Kitchen. I went to Alchemist.
Oh wow, Alchemist! I've heard a lot about Alchemist from Twitter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I heard about that one as well.
Yeah.
I don't know whether then they came out and said that it wasn't true, and the guys who happened to said it wasn't true, and then there was this whole backwards and forwards. So, but yeah, I mean, I've walked around Eastleigh area and with a Black American girl called Brittany in Africa. She's there as well. Brittany, if you watch this, you guys should connect as well. But she was shocked by the amount of attention I get as a Mzungu in walking around these areas.
What's a Mzungu?
Mzungu means what? Guys, she's from South Africa, so they don't have that word there. Mzungu means white person.
Oh, okay. We have a different term for it.
What do you guys say? Mulongo. Mlongo.
Yes.
Okay, well, look forward to be shouted at.
Oh, okay. So Brittany is a black lady.
Yeah, she's from America, but she was shocked because imagine imagine her walking down the street and 100 times a day, people going, black girl, black girl.
Oh wow, they were doing that to you.
They're shouting Mzungu, Mzungu at me all day. And then like everyone running over being like, just give me money basically.
Yeah.
And there'll be people in the comment section saying, but that happens to Kenyans too if you're well dressed and people look like you got money. But like I clearly look like tourists, so everyone just like runs at me, saying, give me shit. Which is funny, but then we met some amazing people around the areas, and I just had fun. And also I can connect with people pretty easily. Yeah.
And what's the story about your laptop?
Oh right, the laptop. Some guy ran over. I came out of my apartment at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Sorry, I came back to my apartment at 1 a.m. Having been at a club. I'd had a few drinks. I wasn't that drunk, but then I opened the taxi door. I looked inside to see if my key was there. Wasn't there. Shut it. Put my bag on the ground. Went to look through my bag. Someone runs over, and this is right outside my gate. Pushes me, grabs the bag, starts running. Then I'm like chasing after him. I pushed him. He drops the bag. I went for the bag, but my laptop went skidding out because the bag was open. And he picks up the laptop and runs up the street. So I've told this story too many times, but yeah, that was sad. That's like $2,000.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Goa Baide says she'd love to. When is she coming to Nairobi?
When am I coming tonight? On the 1st.
Around first.
Around the 1st of August.
1st of August.
Actually, next week.
Yeah, Sawa. Baide, you're going to be there. You're going to be there for a while, right? So you guys can connect. Also, if anyone's watching this, go follow Goa Baide. We did awesome videos together, traveling around the Arboretum, and we tried some local food at City Market, and that was a lot of good fun. So yeah, type in Goa Baide. I think the comments on the screen just now. Yeah. So Sawa. I love saying that.
Sawa. Me too. I love it. Sawa. So what are your plans like for the future? Like, where do you see your channel?
She's just turned this interview back on me. I think we should have a quota of questions where like this is your last question and then I'm gonna get.
I do get that a lot actually. Someone told me, like I'm a lawyer by profession, so someone always told me like, Anathi, you ask the right question.
Oh, the right question.
I know how to ask the right question. So I'd actually like to know like what are your plans? Where do you see your channel going forward in the next couple of years?
Okay, so I'll answer this, and then you're telling me the answer to this same question because it's a good question.
Yeah.
Right. Very inquisitive lawyer.
Yes.
Investigative. All right. So I don't really know exactly, but I'd quite like to. So I was talking about the languages thing and not knowing another language. What I'd like to do is learn. I should be learning some Swahili, but and I'm sorry I haven't been. Guys, but I know like 3 words.
3 words?
But most people speak English here, so it's pretty bad I can be lazy.
Yeah.
But there's one place I really want to go to, Mozambique.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to travel from here down to Dar es Salaam, then all the way from Dar es Salaam across Tanzania, and then I'm going to go into Zambia, Zimbabwe, back into Mozambique, to the coast, down Mozambique coast, and then through South Africa all the way to Cape Town. So the one place that I can't get away with speaking English is Mozambique.
Well, yeah.
Because they speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is probably end up in Cape Town sometime around September.
This September?
Yeah, September or October, and I'm going to take buses the whole way.
Oh, wow.
And then, and after doing that, I want to, because I'll have learned Portuguese, hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully.
I'm about to start Duolingo classes and stuff.
Okay.
I'm actually saying this right now, so it's like a public commitment that I actually have to do it. I haven't said it out loud, it's just been going on in my brain. So then I'll get down to Cape Town, and given that I've learned Portuguese, I'm thinking at that point I'll have travelled and done East Africa.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and do West Africa at another point.
Yeah.
I was thinking about spending some time in Latin America, and I might fly to Brazil and test my Portuguese there.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
I think that's the plan. And then Portuguese to Spanish is kind of an easier transition. So then I might be able to learn a bit of Spanish while I'm in Brazil and traveled to some other South American countries.
Wow.
So we'll see whether this happens. It is unplanned after all, so I'm not sure whether that's going to happen. But
Cool. September, I'll actually be in South Africa in September, so do
amazing.
Hit me up. But
Yeah.
you'll be shocked also by South Africa. Have you ever been to South Africa?
Once when I was a kid, my dad was working for MTN.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but he was before MTN was a thing. My dad was writing software to introduce MTN. What? Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I remember being I was in primary school, so I was like 9 years old. So this is like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
My dad was working for MTN, which was a startup in South Africa.
And look at it now.
And look at that company now, it's massive.
It's crazy.
And so he was over there working for like 6 months, I think in Joburg.
Okay.
So we went on a trip over there to Cape Town. But I was like 10.
So you barely remember anything.
I do remember being shocked by because in Scotland we have like poor people that are begging in the street. And if you try and give them food, they'll be like, nah. They want money.
Yeah.
And there's like people used to say don't give people money because they'll spend it on drugs or whatever. Whereas I remember being shocked as a kid because we had like a bag of grapes and they had seeds in them. And this was the first time I'd seen real poverty. Because we gave a bag of grapes that we didn't want because they had seeds in them. And this kid got chased down the street by 10 other kids for the grapes because they wanted the grapes. And I just remember that kind of was ingrained in my memory as what? That's a big difference between the places. So, but yeah, I went to South Africa. But I'd love to experience Adam.
Yeah, I think you would be impressed. You would be surprised.
Well, it's probably developed a long time since the last 25 years, right?
Yeah, it's been 25 years. It's been a long time. I think I'm almost 25 years. I'm like 27, so that was a long time ago. That you went there even before apartheid ended.
No, it was not long after apartheid ended.
Oh, so it was when they were starting to develop the country and stuff. So that's why they were putting money into infrastructure and software and
exactly. And I remember reading Long Walk to Freedom at that age. My dad had all the books.
Oh wow!
And he told me about Francois Pienaar and their rugby team and everything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Pretty cool.
So what do you want to do with your channel?
What I want to do with my channel.
You want to focus on it, or you want to do the law route?
So I just finished my master's a month ago.
I saw on your Instagram, hold on, let me get this right. Something like Chinese development and money. How do you make the investment in Africa?
Yes. So I was studying in a Chinese university, but I was studying online, so I was at home the whole year.
Okay.
And I just wanted to. The first thing I wanted to do when I graduated, I wanted to travel. So I thought Kenya would be a nice place to travel to because I'd been here already. I was comfortable and I could have someone here with me while traveling. So I thought it was a great start to my traveling. And I just wanted to. I literally made a commitment 2 months ago that I didn't want to look for a job yet. I just wanted to focus. I wanted to just do content creation for 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I was when I'm done with it 6 months from now, then I can decide whether I want to go back to corporate or what type of corporate job I want to work. Is it full-time? Is it part-time? Yeah. Is it remote?
Can I work remote?
Yeah, so then I'm just basically focusing solely on content creation. So I've also started a TikTok account, which I literally started with 100 followers and less than 1,000 likes. And 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks later now, I'm at 1,000 and something followers and over 25k likes on TikTok.
Yeah, it goes so fast. Right?
Yeah, it goes really fast. So I've been focusing on my TikTok and then also focusing on my YouTube, and that's basically.
I've dropped Anathi a message on IG.
Awesome, I'll check that out. So I've just been I wanted to exclusively focus on content creation because I was this is something that I actually like. I enjoy it. I want to put in the time and the effort into it, and I just want to see what could happen. Because I've worked corporate before. I worked for 2 years and I absolutely hated it. So then I'm I like doing this, but I don't generate income, yet. So how can I find a good medium to finding something I like and also generating income.
Yeah.
So, and then to top it off, traveling is something that I also like. So if I can find a job that allows me to travel, that gives me financial security, and it's something that I sort of like, then it would be such a great job.
I think you would probably like maybe doing the corporate work if it was less time. So I've been kind of thinking about this as well. I worked for EY.
Oh, really?
And I studied law. I was a banking regulator. I worked for the banking regulator.
Oh, nice.
And then I went to give advice to banks on regulation and building technology for them for risk management. So I've been working in that area with big teams of people going in to like solve problems for a big organization. And I do enjoy that type of work because it stimulates your brain in a way that is like you can solve problems and like you have to work with people to come up with solutions and that type of thing. But it's just, it takes like, sometimes you end up working like 10-hour days and it's like 5 days a week. So, and especially with something like this, if you want to film, you need daylight. So how are you going to film during the day? And then I thought to myself, well, maybe if I could get a remote job that's based from London or even New York, I could have the hours in the morning to film content. So you could work from like, because South Africa is the same time zone to the UK. But here you've got 3 hours in the morning. So I was thinking maybe I could wake up early, go and make some content in the morning or film some stuff, work for like a few hours or whatever.
The audio.
Oh, Phil's audio
The challenge.
is not clear. Am I on mute or am I?
The chat is almost finished.
Oh, the charge on the audio. Maybe that's why it's not working. Right, guys, I think we're going to move from this mic to the phone, and we'll see whether that works. We'll just push it closer to us. Sorry, this is live. Can you see us both?
I think they can see.
Okay. Right, cool. Alex, tell me if it's all right. I can see your comment in the live comments, but if it's not okay, what are you gonna do? That's life. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I'd like to get a balance where you have like some income. Hi, Phils. Is she Nicki Minaj of Mombasa? How was your journey to Mombasa? I was born in Malindi in Mombasa, though we relocated to Uganda after the loss of our dad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that about your dad. Are you the Nicki Minaj of Mombasa?
That's actually crazy. I get a lot of attention when I walk down.
Yeah.
I do get a lot of attention here in Mombasa, and he told me that it's because of my hair. People don't wear hair like this, so it gives off very tourist vibes. So people are always trying to talk to me, and they're always trying to sell me stuff, and they're always trying to sell me stuff at a like higher rate than normal people, because they can just tell when I walk into a place that I'm a tourist and I'm not Swahili speaking. So yeah.
Welcome to my life.
I'm sure for you it's even worse. Like, I mean, it's times 100 what I go through.
Yeah.
But it's actually been one of the things that's frustrated me. Because like I was thinking about my likes and dislikes of Kenya the other day, and I was telling them that I don't like the fact that
Cool, Alex.
I don't like the fact that there's always like tourist prices and local prices. So I'm not used to that in South Africa. So in South Africa, if you go and you go to a park or you go to a museum or whatever, there's a general price for everybody. That's for locals, that's for tourists.
Okay.
So I think it was a shock for me. Even in Tanzania, they have a similar thing where if you go to a museum or whatever, you're going to pay times 2 or times 3 the normal price. But okay, it's fine. But then what I also did not like, when you go to a market and you're going shopping, if you're not with a Swahili speaking person, you're going to pay double, triple, or even quadruple the price.
Yeah.
I went shopping with him the other day and I bought like 3 pieces of clothing, and they told me it was, if I wasn't with a Swahili speaking person, I would have paid 10K. But because I was with someone who negotiated for me, I paid 4K. And I was just like, why?
Yeah.
I guess it's like you hustling and whatever, but I guess Mombasa is like it's so touristy that everyone wants to make money out of you, and I guess sometimes it rubs me the wrong way because you'll stand at a building, you'll take a picture and be like, no, don't take pictures there, you pay to take pictures. I'm like, what? Is there anything in Mombasa that you don't pay for? So I think that has been quite frustrating, but it's just like with that only thing. at the tourist prices
Ah.
and
Oh, interesting.
So-
I didn't know that about the. Hey, Mzungu. Nice job. Sam said, imagine I said, hey, black man,
Oh,
nice
no.
job.
Oh, no, I would not like that.
But anyway, nice to see you. It's alright. I don't mind being called Mzungu. And one other thing, I think we saw a dolphin. Do you want to put dolphin's comment up? Dolphin 25. No, the one above. Your co-host is invited to Nairobi. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Dolphin 254, if you guys haven't already seen it, me and her went on a trip on the expressway,
Ooh, I'd like to do
the
that.
Nairobi Expressway, and we got to experience going through all the different tolls and things, so you should definitely do that. You guys should link up.
Cool. How long is the expressway?
I think it took us maybe 15-20 minutes to drive it. The whole way, and then we drove back. So the video is like 45 minutes, and we just got to talk about quite a lot of things about investment in Africa and the diaspora coming back here to invest. The fact that I'm here making videos here is because I think it's like an untapped place that people should know more about, Kenya and Uganda, and so I'm trying to show that to the world. And actually, that's what we were talking about. People should come and invest. Phil, I love watching your experience in Kenya. Cool stuff. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'd actually like to mention something I do like about Kenya because I mentioned my dislikes. I think since I've been here, it's been so incredible to see the people here are so friendly and people like reach out to you. Like every single day, I receive countless messages, people telling me, hey, I'm in this location, I'll take you here, let's meet up, I can take you to this place and whatever. So it's just been incredible to see people, how welcoming they are and how they'll just like accommodate you to just take you and they're like, oh my gosh, I like your vibe, I like how you look, let's do something. So I think even if you're a solo traveler and you're here and you post about your experience, you'll always find people to do stuff with.
And a lot of people would be like cautious of that because they'd be like, oh, like maybe it's dangerous or whatnot. I don't think. I mean, maybe Nairobi's you need to be a little bit more cautious, but I think Mombasa generally is a safe place. You don't need to worry about safety here. I was actually speaking to somebody who's moved from Nairobi to Mombasa recently, and they were saying that one of the main reasons that they have is for safety. So Mombasa is definitely a place to be. I see. So what are you gonna do after here?
Don't have any plans for today. So.
No, I don't mean today.
Oh, today.
I mean
after Kenya.
After Kenya.
So after Kenya, I'm going back to SA. I don't know how long I'll be there, but I'm gonna be there because like South Africa, towards the end of September into October, November, December, it's like our party periods. It's like crazy. Like it's like the build up to December is amazing. There's like music festivals, concerts. Like every single weekend, there's something big happening.
Really?
So it's gonna be like a party, like a big party.
I think I'm gonna get there and not want to leave.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a big party. So I'm definitely I want to like start attending these festivals up until December, and hopefully he'll come to South Africa around about December, and we can do like experience a little bit of South Africa, especially the garden routes. The garden route is like the coast leading up to Cape Town, like the most beautiful parts of South Africa you've ever experienced. So I'd like to do like maybe a road trip through the garden route leading up to Cape Town maybe. And then January, that's when I have to figure out, do I get a full-time job? Do I get a part-time job? Do I continue traveling? Or how do I fund my travels, etc.?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm hoping that's what I'll do for the next couple of months.
Yeah, don't give up on the daydream.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not going to give up.
You got to fight for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that I've been able to do this is I just thought, I quit my job once before.
Yeah.
To build an app that nobody used.
Oh, wow.
And I spent 2 years in my mom's basement writing code.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, it didn't work out. So then, and I'd saved up, I lived in London for 4 years, I lived in New York for 2 years.
Yeah.
I saved up some money, moved home, built this app, spent all my money, had to go back and get a job, worked for another 2 years doing contracting, saved up a bit of money.
Yeah.
And now I am taking another risk to do this.
Yeah.
But you kind of either need to make it practical. You either need to be earning money like a little bit of money that can keep you going
Yeah.
while you go on this, because it's not going to pay off immediately.
Yeah.
Or you just make the decision. I want to earn as much as I possibly can in the corporate world, and I'm going to save every penny. I'm not going to spend any money on clothes. I'm not going to
Yeah.
go to any parties. I'm not going to go do this, and I'm just going to save everything for like 2 years, and then I'm going to start making the content off of my savings.
Yeah.
But those are the two ways to do it. You're going to have to work in some way. So, is there like a remote route? Is there something that you can do that brings in early cash? Yeah, it's just it's a tricky thing, but if you can kind of get it off the ground, and I do think the traveling thing, being in other places, also backpacking. I mean, you might just need to backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you got to hustle at the beginning,
Yeah.
and people always think that you need like good equipment and everything. I've been doing everything on my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good phone, but it's a phone, you know. And I just went and bought this little selfie stick, and this is like my office.
Literally. And now, how do you edit without
I do it on my phone.
Yeah, I also edit on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I use an app called Splice. But yeah, actually, I'm curious to know what you're using as well. So yeah, maybe we can go and explore
Yeah,
a little
it
bit.
looks like the sun is out.
Yeah.
We can do a little bit of exploring.
All right, guys.
Ah, there's a comment. It's like MTN everywhere you go. Ah.
Everywhere you go, you give all you got in full package. Oh, Alex, you're the main man.
I love that MTN reference, please. Everywhere you go.
And I think African Beauty is saying thank you for loving us. That's for you.
Yes, love you guys.
Bob from London, and nice to you with that beautiful lady. She is so cute. You better watch out. You're going to make her boyfriend jealous. He's sitting right here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And I think we'll end the live stream here.
Yeah.
We're going to spend the afternoon going around and exploring Mombasa. Hopefully the rain stays off.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys watch that video when you see it. Hopefully I'll dry off as well.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah,
Almost
so
right.
awesome.
Thank you guys for joining
Phil's
us.
here in UAE is very hot, but I can't wait watching you at any time. Though sometimes we be busy. What did you experience while traveling? Was the journey cool? I just enjoy you. Well, I enjoy you and everybody else watching. I appreciate it because I wouldn't be able to make these videos if you guys didn't watch them. And I'm having a great experience traveling around and meeting lots of people. It's cool.
Watching from Seoul, Nairobi is my hometown. Karibu, Kenya.
Ah.
Asante sana.
Soul from Seoul.
So, yeah, Seoul from...
Soul Walker from Seoul.
Wow.
I like it. You chose the right place to go to, given your name. All right, guys. Until next time, if you haven't already, subscribe. Anathi's channel. Anathi.
Yeah, actually, Anathi.
Anathi. Check her channel. It's in the description below. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like, share, whatever the rest of the YouTubers say. And peace. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.